Pernilla, you are a senior advisor at the Resilience and Development Program here at the Centre, and you help facilitate dialogues and you even help highlight the contributions of different stakeholders when it comes to ecosystem management and the sustainable use of biodiversity. Now, important groups are indeed the indigenous peoples and local communities. Now, when it comes to the sustainable use and conservation of biodiversity, why are they so important?
Well, in fact, so much of the rich biodiversity that still exists on Earth are managed by indigenous peoples and local communities. It is calculated that around 80% of what still is there about entire complex ecosystem is actually managed by them. And this is also something that has been ongoing over time, so it's not a coincidence that it's their lands that are the most biodiverse.
And there have been several attempts over the years to strengthen or to recognize these groups through a legal framework. In your opinion, how effective have these frameworks been?
What we can see is that over the last decades, the global frameworks have advanced, and we have seen very many positive examples of how we have increased the recognition of indigenous peoples and local communities and their rights related to resources, ancestral land, territories, etc. However, when we come down then to national level, we can see that hardly these conventions and regulations are really implemented, and that few laws that are really efficient are created at national level. So this is rather an implementation problem and a problem of creating efficient laws at state level.
So what needs to be done? I mean, how can indeed these laws be strengthened?
Yeah. Well, most of all, we can see that it's needed to, first of all, create recognition of the indigenous peoples and their rights to their lands, their rights to their culture, the rights to resources overall, and also the recognition and support for them to continue to control these areas and to live the traditional way with the traditional management of it.
And are you looking forward? Are you positive in the future for the future?
Yeah. Well, the most positive and optimistic thing is that indigenous peoples and local communities themselves are better and better organized and fighting for their future and their control over the lands and resources. And this is what we hope will be the future then. We can also, however, see that there is a higher and higher pressure from resource needs such as mining, logging, etc. So these are the trends that we have to then make sure we are managing, because this is so important for the sustainable future of the Earth.
Thank you.